So ladies and gentlemen, lock yourselves in the basement because even the YouTubers, you know, we're not talking about like any YouTuber like me, like I'm a small YouTuber out here. We're not talking about small YouTubers or anything like that. We're talking about like big YouTubers that are in relationship with Activision, and they are saying a lot of mean stuff about Black Ops, okay? In fact, they're trashing it, they're going at them left and right, and we got a lot of cases, we got a lot of experts all around, and we got a lot of spice. I think you guys will quite enjoy it, okay? We're gonna talk about it. We also got a gameplay video of the next GTA 5 update, looking pretty good, but I want me that GTA 6, okay? They can just give me money. We got some good news and bad news for the PS5. Jim Ryan, he apparently dropped a stun grenade on a lot of people by saying that almost every single one of the PS5 has sold out. He said that. We're gonna get into it. Some of you might be looking at me and will be like, yo, tell me this is cap, but apparently, according to Jim Ryan, this is no cap. But let's just get right into it. Shout out to every single one of you for dropping a like on the last video. Let's go for 2 likes on this video, just like the last video. And if an alpha chat like you is new here, I cover all the big gaming news, so definitely burn the party, subscribe mode. And our first story is about PS5. We're hearing that generation defining games won't come until 2022, says Jim Ryan, and I know that some of you will be looking at me and will be like, tell me this is cap, Skizzle. I want that GTA 6, I want that, oh yeah, I want that GTA 6 too. We're gonna talk about it. Previously, PS4 and Xbox Series X, or I should say Xbox One X or Xbox One, back in 2015 and 2016, that's when they saw like next gen games, right? You remember when Black Ops 3 came out? I think those were simple times, okay? Like Black Ops 3 zombies, I don't care about the multiplayer portion that much, but the zombies, I mean, that was amazing, right? I remember no life in it. For PS4, we had Uncharted 4 back in 2016, and that was quote-unquote a next-gen PlayStation title, PlayStation exclusive title. It seems like that we gotta wait till 2022, and dog, like, I've been thinking about it, right? Like, what about 2021? Like, what about the next God of War? What about the next Battlefield game? I think that's where the sauce will be at, though, but will it not cut the mustard? Is that what you're trying to say, Jim Ryan? Because honestly, man, I can see the next God of War being on the PS4 as well. Of course, some people would be like, hey man, tell me this is cap. Some people would be like, yo, I don't want that. Other people will be looking at this as good news, because I know that not everyone is gonna be having a PS5 by next year, and that is perfectly fine. I'm alright with the game being on PS4 as well, but of course, if it's gonna be on PS4, it's not gonna be like quote-unquote next gen that people got high expectations, dog. Like, just look around you, right? Everybody got those high expectations, and I'm saying just like delete all your expectations, ladies and gentlemen. Live life like a monk and smash a like button. But 2022, 2023, that's what the leaks are saying, right? Like, that's when we're gonna get GTA 6, and if that's really, I think GTA 6 is gonna be that game that will hit people in the G-spot, okay? Needless to say, I want to be hitting the G-spot, but we're also hearing that absolutely every PS5 is sold out, says Sony. Now that is a shocker, okay? Like, never have I thought that like this would be possible, because now there are a lot of conspiracies going around where like people are like, hey Jim Ryan, you know, this is like Microsoft and Sony, they kind of like you know, shook hands behind the scenes, you know. Meanwhile, everyone is kind of like fighting over Xboxes and PS5, like, hey man, Xbox is better, PS5 is better. I'm saying, dog, I heard that there will be a new update to Soulja Boy console that will make it do like 30k resolution. It's only 2020, so some of you guys, like, I think you guys are sleeping on that Soulja Boy goodness, man. But here's the thing, you know what, I think behind the scenes, Sony and Microsoft, they shook hands, right? They're like, okay, let's use the Roni situation to our advantage. Let's make things scarce, because when things are scarce and when they are, you know what, hard to find, people are like, let's go ahead, I want to buy it. That's why we have our beloved scalpers that are becoming an oil prince overnight by selling PS5s, by selling Sony Pony consoles, by selling Xbox consoles overnight. And if you start thinking about it, and right here I'm gonna be risking my life here, but these are facts, okay? Like, I'm not pulling that out of anywhere here. According to studies, PS5 sold about 118,000 units in Japan, versus Xbox Series S and X, both of them combined only did 21,000. And even Microsoft is saying that Xbox will have shortages till April of 2021. And now, like, even Jim Ryan is saying that, hey man, I think we're gonna be having shortages, and they are really working to increase supply. Also, we're hearing that PlayStation Jim Ryan, quote, I wouldn't recommend another console launch in this Roni situation, because there are rumors that, hey, we're gonna be having PS5 Pro, there will be a Soulja Boy console too, and this and that. Quote, absolutely everything is sold, and everything will be sold in Russia, there's no doubt about that. And he did a full-blown interview, which I don't necessarily want to go into too much here, but yes, he says that there are around 114 million PS4s in the world, and the number of those who transfer, if you keep that in mind, is a small number. But for us, the PS4 community is going to remain incredibly important, certainly for 2020, 2021, and 2022, because in those 3 years, that will be the larger PlayStation community. This is one of those reasons why we're not necessarily gonna have a big next-gen game, and I'm perfectly fine with them like putting games on PS4. I know that some of you will disagree, others will be doing helicopters with their woolies, knowing the fact that they don't have a Sony Pony PS5, but they got that PS4. They got that PS4, and they definitely want to be, you know, playing the next God of War on PS4, and I really think the next God of War will also be on the PS4. Also, Sony says that there is news to come in response to Microsoft's Game Pass. People are kind of sus about this because, quote, he says that there is actually news to come, but just not today. We have PlayStation Now, which is our subscription service, and that is available in a number of markets. And previously, he said that, you know what, they're not going to be putting games on a pass because, you know what, it takes them millions and millions of dollars, well over $100 million to develop some of these games, and they want these games to be bigger and better. They said that previously, right? And now they're saying that there's gonna be news to come on the Game Pass system. So I'm not sure what they're plotting. Like, is this cap or is this no cap? You decide. But speaking of GTA 5, they did drop a new trailer. It's like a 24-second trailer, right? Doesn't necessarily hit me in the G-spot. Like, I want me that GTA 6, okay? But we got that submarine, though. Like, look at that submarine. So I think submarine might be really, really good, but it's probably gonna cost like $10 billion in GTA 5. I need to become an oil prince in the game, right? This is probably gonna be one of the biggest updates that we're gonna see in GTA 5. And in my opinion, I think this might be the last update. I know that people always say this is gonna be the last update. Okay, maybe this is gonna be the last update, and then we're gonna get GTA 6. But by the looks of it, I think this is gonna be the last update, because for next year we're gonna be getting GTA 5 for like the billionth time on PS5 and Xbox. I think they're gonna be selling that too, man. Like the next gen upgrade, they're gonna be selling that. But speaking of Black Ops, dog, people are mad, bro. I just didn't see this coming. I really thought that people were normally pretty like normal with Black Ops. I really thought that. Like, I know I'm a Call of Duty fan and whatnot, but look at Metacritic and look at some of these YouTubers out there like that I'm gonna show in this video. We also have Drifter that I want to talk about. Stuff is wild, okay? User score is 3.6. I think this game is more of like 6 or 7, like definitely not 3.6. And I want to show you guys over expert out here. 3 out of 4 users actually found this helpful, because he said that, hey, worst Call of Duty ever in history, don't buy this game, don't waste your money, and Activision, please refund me my money. And you can see like over experts are going at. Meanwhile, you know what, the paid reviews are 10 out of 10, 80 out of 100, and 60 and whatnot. I think 60 or 70, it's kind of understandable. I only played about 2-3 games after launch. I've been only on the zombies. You know, zombies is really fun though. I just wish we had 2 maps at launch. 1 map is just not cutting the mustard for a lot of people, and if you're someone who likes zombies, who just likes the campaign is like 3 to 4 hours, so for sure even the campaign is not cutting the mustard for a lot of people. So if you only like zombies and campaign, like it really do be like this. So in that regards, I think the game is like a 5 or 6. The reason I think this is justified is because of the game price. It's like $70 on next gen and $60 for only 1 map. I mean, tell me this is cap, right? Tell me this is cap. But I really find the gameplay enjoyable, and the future maps will be free. That's why my personal rating, that's why I've been saying on stream, like I give it a 7, sometimes I give it a 8. Like it just depends on how much I like it. But take a look at this, gentlemen. Sensor, he came out the other day, wasn't necessarily complaining, but was saying that, hey man, skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops is so strong that not a single pro player on my friend list has a 2 KD. Dog, that's like wild. Where, you know what, we got over expert out here. Like, where's that expert? Yeah, this expert says that he got a 1.71 KD. I believe there was an expert. Yeah, this expert right here, he got a 2.73 KD. So he's like way better than some of those pro players out there that are playing for millions and millions of dollars. I mean, somebody tell me that that's cap, but apparently that's no cap. We got Nate Shot out there who says that, I know you're probably tired of hearing about skill-based matchmaking, but I truly believe it is imperative that Treyarch dials back that difficulty of lobbies. We're gonna drive so many big creators away. These games have been no joke. I'm dead after playing for 9 hours. Oh, 9 hours? Dog, I'm done. Like, after playing it for 30 minutes. Dude, 9 hours. Tell me he's capping, okay? And please don't count how many times I said, tell me this is cap. I probably only said about like 4 or 5 times. Just don't do that. But here's the thing, man. This is massive, okay? I know that some of you will be looking at me and will be like, yo, Skizzle, I spit facts too, like on a daily basis. Why don't you say like it's massive for me? The reason here, okay, listen here, my stud muffin. The reason I said this is massive is because you gotta understand that these are creators, okay? These are big YouTubers, okay? And they have a relationship with Activision. So whenever they say something like negative or, you know, something about skill-based matchmaking, they are reducing their chances of being flown out the next time, right? So they are in relationship with Activision. And take a look at current JD, right? I signed in for my first Black Ops public game of the day. Do I want to use a sniper? Maybe try something off meta? No, I can't. Skill-based matchmaking has me facing Fiction, and his boys were all 6 running the MP5s and sweating dirt. Skill-based matchmaking will kill Call of Duty Pop, says Current JD. And take a look at Drifter, right? Who received a pump in an airport from somebody. Like, that's according to Drifter, okay? Like, these are facts. He said that these are facts, right? He did receive a pump and says that this game is breaking my soul. It makes me feel incompetent and bad at gaming. I had an easier time with better ping and frame rates playing against pros and pro streamers from Europe in alpha. This is just pure pain for me. And if you go back a couple of weeks ago, you know, during alpha, there was a streamer that actually leaked the gameplay. He started streaming for 10 minutes on Twitch. And yes, he was playing against pros, and he says that he had a better time playing then. So clearly, man, something gotta give, right? Says I might be quitting Black Ops early this year and just retire from YouTube. Dog, the streets are cold. Personally, I haven't been playing multiplayer. That's why I have been enjoying the zombies. Zombies is pretty fun. And if you're somebody who saw the League gameplay or who saw gameplay and you were disappointed, seriously, I was disappointed too when I first saw the League gameplay. But the more I play, and of course I disable everything that the HUD has to offer, right? I wish I could turn off the minimap as well. But the more you play, you will find that you don't even care about the minimap. I still wish we can turn off the minimap, don't get me wrong, but really, the game, the core gameplay is really enjoyable, in my opinion, and that's why I give it a 7 or maybe an 8 out of 10. Yes, we need more content, and the future maps will be free. So let's see what happens, but skill-based matchmaking, it do be like this. Share your expertise, like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep a stud muffin like you always in the loops. Click on any of the video on the screen. You're gonna get a kick of dopamine, and I will see you right there.